Yeah, we are here with episode 41 of the greatest of all podcasts, the G.O.A.P, the Ricky Henderson of podcast. I'm here with my boys from the last dive bar. We got Brian Johansson, Sandlot 408. We got Paul Bailey, he's 209 Tacos. And we got Carl. I don't know Carl's last name, but he is A's fan by design. And you can find them all on Twitter. These are the three brains behind the last dive bar, man. How you guys doing, guys? You guys good?
Good.
Terrible.
Oh, Paul is terrible. Well, Paul is awful. Everybody else is good. Yeah.
Paul's at work. That's why he's terrible.
Paul's at work, dude.
Paul's working. Oh man. So yeah, I know you guys been slinging t-shirts for a while, but when did the wheels start spinning for Last Dive Bar? Was that like earlier this year during spring training? I know you guys were building the website kind of around that time. When did that all happen?
Well, no, Brian, you got to kick this one off.
Yeah, no. So basically, it all started with the WTF, right? Me saying,
WTFbrian.com, yeah.
Right.
Thank you, Samson. Thank you, Samson.
So that's exactly where it started, and so like the memes started, going crazy. So, me and Paul were like already clicking at the time, and so Paul just started making these fucking memes of me making fun of me and shit, and like. Our boy Francisco started doing it, and then
Q is like putting you on.
Well, this was even before that. This was 2019, right? And then so Paul's like, "Hey man, I got something funny, dude. I got something funny, and I'm gonna reveal it on Friday." And I had no idea. And then it was a URL, whatthefuckbrian.com, right? And so basically, and it was a collection of all the memes, right? And then so that's how it started, and then. Basically,
it was like a joke almost, right?
It was like a joke.
Totally. The whole idea was just to make fun of Brian. Really.
That's it, dude. That's it. And then basically, we're like, hey, we realized like, oh shit, you can sell a T-shirt on here.
Well, people were like, can I get Brian saying what the fuck on a shirt?
Yeah.
And we're like, I think so. I think we should do that.
I have Photoshop.
Yeah, we had no clue. Yeah, so we did it, and we actually started making like actual real money, like currency. And we're like, oh shit, what do we do with the money? So we're like, well, screw it. Let's just put everything. And let's just donate everything to the community fund. Like whatever dollar comes in, then a dollar goes out. And we were using like a drop shipping. So they we just send the designs and they print it and they ship it and they handle all that. So that's what we were doing. And then
Wild West back then, man.
Yeah, so I was a huge
2 years ago.
And then like
2019.
And then the whole me and Ramon thing started happening, right? And then so basically there was another Ramon fan by the name of Jack Nikas, right? And he's a writer for the New York Times. So me and him followed each other just for our shared love for Ramon. And so he asked me, he's like, hey, I'm doing a piece, right? An essay on the Coliseum, right? And the charm of it being,
is he just like a freelance dude who's based around
Oakland?
No, he works. Is he straight up from New York, staff writer?
No. He's from here. Yeah, he's from here, but he works for the New York Times and he works, for the Bay Area, group out here, right? So he mainly, does tech and stuff like that. But he's a diehard A's fan, right? And so. So he's always at the games and everything like that, and so he wrote an essay, right, on the Coliseum, right? Because this was when I think this is when Manfred. This was 2019, so in the wild card when Manfred made that threat and everything. So it dropped right at that same time, and so Oakland Green Man made a banner, and basically that thanked him for calling us, the dive bar, and he was supposed to interview me at a Yankees game, but I was like, dude, I can't make it. So I was like, interview right field Will. So there's a part in there where he interviews right field Will, right? And then but I picked up on this line in there that said, Oakland he was comparing Oakland Coliseum to a dive bar. Yeah. I was like, dude, we got to make a banner of this, line. Right? Yeah. And so me and Paul then started like, dude, okay, because we were all about just making banners at the time. And it was like, dude, what are we gonna make a banner of? So we were like brainstorming. And then Paul was like, yeah, for like a week. And then I was thinking bar and like a saloon and having actual people inside a saloon, like with A's like shirts on and shit. And then Paul was driving one day and he got this like image of an old Elvis poster in his head. And he's like, dude, I got it. And he's like, and so basically that's this design you see here was based off of this Elvis poster.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Elvis Presley or Elvis Andrews?
Elvis Presley, the king, bro, the king. And so, and then we dropped that November 19th of 2019, not thinking it would, have like, a big, we didn't think anything of it. And and it went nuts, dude. It went nuts. Like
just people were buying just in our little Twitter click, it went nuts. Yeah. And like we ran out of money, and PayPal was holding all our funds, and I was spending money, just to ship shirts out, and
like it was
crazy.
You're like losing money.
Yep. But just the idea of like people like wearing the design, I was like, dude, we're gonna keep doing this. We're gonna make more designs, sell more shirts.
Yeah.
And then
go ahead.
Then the Astros got busted.
Yes. The Astros. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You guys made the Battle of the Bang shirts, right? Yeah. The Battle of the Bang stuff. Did that take off too?
Yeah.
So the Paul, Astros. Yeah, you guys start that, and then I'll jump in. So go ahead.
Yeah. Me and Paul, we were like talking. We're like, dude, I'm like, we just kept talking about like Carl's work, and we're like, dude, this guy's really good. And like Paul was talking all technical about like the type of like design that Carl does, right? He does specific type of graphic designing that Paul doesn't do. And so he's like, oh, he does all this. And I'm like, dude, I don't understand this terminology. It's way too nerdy for me, right? And so basically he's like, dude, we got to get Carl. And so we basically wooed him, and and we courted him, and then basically we're like, dude, please work with us.
Help us out, bro. You need to help us out.
No, we were just like, dude, well, we were already, following him and fans of his work, right? And what he's done. And we were like, dude, we would love if you would join our team and like pump out designs with us, and everything goes to charity and stuff like that. And he was like on board with it. And between him, Paul, they basically created the entire Battle of the Bang launch, that entire line that we did. And that went crazy when we launched that.
And it's such a shame that we didn't have a 2020. That we didn't have the 2020 season with
like fans in the stands. And
stuff
like that.
Right. Astros dodged a bullet by not having to face any fans, for real for a whole season. They were getting booed at spring training. Everybody was so ready to just give them their worst for a whole season, and then it all
still took the All-Star game off. Come on.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
they knew what was coming. They knew what was coming.
Yeah, and it was awesome though. They had this poster design all ready to go, and then Brian was like, "Yeah, we're gonna call it the Battle of the Bang," and I was like, "That's just like I'm gonna make the same font like it says on the Battle of the Bay poster from '89. That's my favorite poster, and I'm gonna go ahead and so I added that, and then we just came up with this whole line and put that on the site, and now we've evolved into lastdivebar.com.
Yeah. So it was crazy because I showed him a picture, because I was like, dude, I was envisioning like back in the day they used to do interleague t-shirts all the time, right? And so I was showing him a specific one, so they based the design off that. And like where Carl and Paul's brilliance comes in is they'll take something like that and they'll basically like redo it in their own way, right? And then they'll take like Carl can take specific fonts and actually redraw them. And so that's what they did with this specific interleague like banner. And then we tweaked it and then I was like, dude, what are we gonna call this like interleague series? And we're like, and that's when I came up, dude, Battle of the Bang, drums versus trash cans. So then right when Carl and Paul heard that, they're like, oh shit. And then they're like, boom, they came up with the little drum icon and the trash can icon. And then every design they made, we had a banner associated with it. So we were going to hang all those banners for 2020 opening series, and we couldn't do any of that, dude. And like we had cheer cards. They made cheer cards. We had cheer cards that we were going to print out thousands of cheer cards. Yeah, and we were going to pass them out to everybody. And so
big plans for that Astro series.
But then the whole COVID had to happen, huh?
Yeah. And then that whole
the Astros got lucky, man. The Astros got lucky.
Yep.
Well,
Well,
dude, I'm curious about you guys' creative process, because I remember earlier this year, Frank Schwindel like hit a dinger, or he had some big hit or whatever. He went like this, and like he raised his arms over his head. And then within like 4 hours, you guys had a T-shirt out already, or something like that.
So this shit.
Can you give people insight into your group text and how outrageous it is? Like, I'm assuming I've only been on the chat with you guys for about a week, and it's pretty hilarious. But I can imagine all the ideas that are banging around.
This is how this goes down.
Oh, I'm gonna get roasted,
dude. We gotta make a shirt.
Yeah.
Me and Carl. No, it's kind of like, whatever.
Like, nah, chill, bro. It's not that big of a deal.
No, we gotta make a shirt. And then it's before we know it, it's like blowing up, and it's like 10:30 at night. And we just
I guess I'm designing now.
Together.
I guess I don't need to wake up tomorrow early for work. Yeah.
I know. Well, that's the thing. It starts early and it ends late every day, and it never stops. And so Brian's usually the one that comes up with ideas, and he has a lot of them. And
Brian's the idea guy. Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And no, which is awesome, because I mean, Paul and I are the ones, like, we're so busy like designing stuff that it's hard for us to also come up with some of these ideas, which we do sometimes. But so Brian's like, we got to do a shirt. This is awesome. We got to essentially ride this
Paul
wave
right there.
That's Paul's design. Last dive bar is all Paul.
That's Paul.
And so he just said, hey, we got to do this design. And Paul was like, okay. So he outlined it and he threw it in there. What's up, Braden?
What's up, little sandlot?
Little sandlot. And then then I chimed in. I'm like, oh, what if we change this? What if we change that? They're like, no, it's cool. We're gonna do it. We're gonna print it.
Then eventually you guys get to the point like, fuck it, we need to get this out. We're just gonna do it.
Yeah. And then I think everybody from his town bought one.
Yeah, dude, we actually just got a request yesterday
for another one
from somebody. Hey, you guys still got that shirt? And like, yeah, man, we'll make it work for you.
So for every design that you guys actually do make, how many are left on the cutting room floor, or like how many iterations? Is it like
iterations?
It's like a process, right? Like it's like a process, right?
It's honing in,
okay. Yeah. First, I'm gonna say one thing about Schwindel, then I'll answer that one, right? But so the Schwindel, I seen what happened.
That was quick as fuck. That was really quick.
Dude, yeah. I said, bro, all we gotta do. His nickname's Frank the Tank, bro. He has a bobblehead of him as a tank. I'm like,
really?
Dude, yeah, from previous minor league affiliate. So they called him Frank the Tank. I'm like, keep it simple. Do Schwindel, and the W is a silhouette of his from his walk-off home run. First hit. I mean, that's his first hit, right? Yeah. So the W in Schwindel is that, and then underneath it, Frank the Tank. Real simple. Boom. And so we did that, and Paul's like, dude, he's like, Brian, I'm gonna fucking laugh at you, when this doesn't even sell a single shirt, right? Like a single one. And then next thing you know, we had 40 freaking orders in like hours.
It's like you have to strike while the iron's hot, right? You got to get it. Right.
So one dude requested the shirt from California, and he bought it, but then literally everything came from his hometown in Jersey. So we were like, Jersey, stand up. Like, what's up?
That's hilarious. So now there's a bunch of Frank the Tank t-shirts in Jersey. I love it.
All green and gold. Yeah. All
that might be where all of them are, by the way. I don't know.
Yeah, now he's on the Cubs and shit. Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
The last, I want to say the last shirt shipped out the day he was DFA'd. It was like, I was like, wow, this is crazy. Let's take the shirt down.
We took the shirt down. We still have the design, but it's on the site.
It's kind of like,
That's a special request, though. So if anybody really wants it, just reach out. We'll
sometimes it's not a cutting room floor thing, but sometimes some of our best designs are for players that end up getting traded or released or whatever. Like we did one for Tommy LaStella. We had Hella Stella. That was a
oh my god,
that's so nice. Cool. Yeah, that
we had Blaze for Tom. For Tom.
Blaze.
Some of our best.
We were up to like 2 in the morning working on that, Carl. the stupid Blaze thing.
Then the A's DFA. We're like, God damn it! Come on, guys.
Pirates now. Yeah. It happens.
It's sad. We had a few designs that we were just about to do right now, and we obviously some unfortunate stuff happened in the season with 80 game suspension, so we had to kind of leave that for.
So yeah, we do.
I'm gonna get to that.
Yeah,
I was gonna ask
Paul.
sure you
Paul's on performance enhancing drugs. Paul's on all sorts of he's up all night on performance enhancing drugs.
Well, and there's irony. there's irony to the hottest player on the team right now, to the one that just served his suspension, and I'm sure
Well, yeah,
Alex,
Marte's like kind of filling in. Okay, let's just talk about Ramon because I was gonna ask you, Brian. I was like, dude, what's it been like, dude? I know that's your boy.
Well, I can't talk, right? Because that is my boy, right? And I am close to his family, right? And so there's stuff that obviously, I talk to his family about that's between them and myself because they trust me. So I can't say details of what happened, but like not everything is as it seemed, and there's a lot of stuff going in the CBA that's probably going to be pretty contentious with this specific this specific chemical that's in your body. I'm more impressed with Jed Lowry. Like nobody's like Jed Lowry takes 2 years off baseball, right, and comes back and he leads all of baseball with runners in scoring position, right. His batting average and everything. He's number one in all of baseball. Like that's insane. He's clutch. He's the most clutch player.
I just think it's crazy. He's played like 110 out of their 115. He's only missed like a handful of games, dude, and that's crazy. Yeah. I mean, that's huge for him. That's awesome.
Yeah,
he's aging like a fine wine.
Dude, there's something about the end of July, dude. The A's in the end of July. Like everybody talks about the end of June, but like you look at the end of July, like even Bassett like quote tweeted himself from July 28th.
And I saw that today. He's like, he's like, this team's about to heat up or whatever. And he's like, hey, this tweet aged very well. Yeah. It's a bit like,
I mean, it's a lot in large part due to the new guys. I mean, they've just kind of given us all a shot of adrenaline. And, Marte for sure. And putting him right behind Canna is awesome because Canna takes a lot of pitches, sees a lot of pitches. So everyone behind him sees a lot of pitches. And if he doesn't see a lot of pitches, he'll just get hit by a pitch and get on first. So then, Marte's hitting everything, stealing everything, and he has the power to take it out of the yard. It's crazy. That was an amazing trade. I know that Luzardo is going to have a huge bright future ahead of him, but I think that was the right move to pick up Marte.
If they're trying to win now, that's
no, we're doing. I think
they're 10-2 since the deadline or something like that. It's like they have a crazy record since
they're undefeated since Bassett wore the dive bar shirt.
Well, that's another thing I was going to ask. Like, okay, so how much?
It's not wrong.
We got 10 minutes left. How much did Bassett? So I think what day was that? Was that like on Sunday or
Friday night?
Friday night.
Okay,
Friday night.
So Friday after the game, he wears it, and then the next morning, the A's Twitter feed like showcases his last dive bar shirt. How much has that just spiked you guys' orders in the past week or whatever? Has it been crazy or what?
Tremendously.
Yeah, it's been crazy or what? Like just him.
It was huge.
Our shop is working from 6 a.m. till midnight for the past however many days since
and they're going to continue doing that for a couple of days. Like we're so behind on orders.
Yeah, one of the guys have like normal day jobs, right?
Oh yeah. Well, it's we all work full time, and like Paul and myself have kids, but like we also like our print shop, like it didn't expect this, right? Like our main printer guy, he's in the process of moving, right? He has to be out by like the 1st of September. So like he's like in the process of moving. So he had to actually physically come down to San Jose, right? And work at the other print shop in order to like get these orders. And so like he brought his whole family over to so like they're working nonstop. So like, it's like, it's crazy. We weren't expecting it. If we were expecting it, we could have like prepared for it. But, we knew his wife had bought the shirts, right? But then like, we would never in a million years think he was actually like going to wear them or something. And so like literally she bought the shirts.
We hoped.
Yeah, she had actually bought the shirts for the wives. And I guess one for Chris. And JB Wendelkin actually took his wife Haley's shirt and cut it and was wearing it as a practice shirt.
Oh,
and
really?
So like,
funny,
so Haley actually bought a shirt for herself, and she's like, this guy over here cut up my shirt.
And JB's a pretty big guy too. I assume he's, putting that thing out.
Yeah, because it had been like, I think a couple of weeks, right? And so we didn't think anything of it. We're like, oh, cool. I can't believe it, right? She bought a shirt. That's cool. And then like the fact that he actually wore it, we were like, oh shit. And then it was featured on like all everywhere, the next day on their Twitter, on their Twitter, their Instagram, and their Facebook. We were just like, holy crap. And then now there's like every bootleg shop in the world. We're actually getting emails from people that said like, hey, I got my order confirmation, it's in Chinese. And we're like, well, we don't speak Chinese. Like Like it's crazy the amount.
That's crazy. You guys are getting imitated now. That's when you know you made it.
Oh,
when
a ton.
People are making your knockoff shit. That's when you know you made it.
Well, dude,
I'm chasing them down, telling them to take their sites down because they're using our intellectual property. So we're getting serious.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Especially because you guys are all about when did you guys get this idea? Like, we're gonna be 100% community based. Like all the proceeds, all the proceeds will go to the AA
from the start.
Fund.
Yeah, from the get-go, dude. We've always done that. And so
because we all have full-time jobs, and so we're like, well, we don't need this for our income. We're just doing this to try to get the word out there and do something nice. And so we've had a chance to donate for a number of different causes, for Fairyland, Black Lives Matter, Stop Asian Hate.
No, you guys are in like the tens of thousands of dollars now, dude. It's crazy.
Oh, easily.
Yeah, like tens of that, like almost
A's community fund's a big one, and that's
Yeah, so we rotated in, and then there's like a list of charities, and so we try to stay on top of what's current and what's going on, and then what they're donating to as well, and just basically add on to that. I mean, we're obviously, as you can tell, very passionate, right, about the A's, right?
Look at all those pins. Look at that pin collection behind Brian.
We're very, very, very passionate, right? And then obviously with the creativeness and the creative brilliance of like Carl and Paul, like we're like it's more about bringing like
the fan base together and stuff like that.
Just kind of like celebrating the A's basically, and our affection towards the history of that, because it hasn't always been bad. We grew up we're all older, so we grew up in the 80s and stuff, and so we grew up when it was actually good, so.
And we rode through the tough years, the 90s when it was terrible, and then it got better in the early 2000s, and now we're here, and it's awesome again, and it's exciting.
It's fun, right? It's like, and there's and do you guys feel like there's a lot of excitement right now? I mean, I know they've won 7 straight. They just won 17-0 today. We were talking about the trade acquisitions. Like, do you just feel like right now there's like a certain momentum, like some energy around the team right now, or what? Like,
for sure, yeah. I mean, talent's through the roof, and our window isn't going to last forever. I mean, we're not going to have Matt Olson, Matt Chapman, Ramon. We're not going to have some of these guys on the team forever. Our pitching staff is outrageously good. Our bullpen has gotten a ton better recently, and it's just kind of everything's clicking. So of course there's excitement, and I feel like this kind of happens every year, and we always just kind of cross our fingers and see how far it goes. Second half is crazy. So it's exciting.
And then losing Hendricks, right? And then oh my God, we sent down, we DFA'd JB Wendelken, and then Puck comes up and he's like, now all of a sudden the second coming of Randy Johnson in 2 outings. And then everybody like 3 months ago was like, let's kill Sergio Romo. And now he's a setup man. He's a setup man for Lou Trevino, who everybody wanted to put an arrow through. It's like, as an A's fan, you got to ride the wave, and you got to ride the wave of the season. A baseball season.
Carl's got it.
I'm telling you, dude. The ups and downs of a baseball season, I mean, it's just like a wave, dude. And you can't get too high or too low with baseball. And especially being an A's fan, you can't get too high or too low with acquisitions and trades. And this is like, player can leave and you're still cool with the player, and unless it's Reddick or something like that.
But like Semien, I feel like when people when Semien does well, I think people are like realize it wasn't his choice. Like he probably would have stayed. If he could, but so people still want to root for him. Or like Sonny Gray, people still love Sonny Gray. Like there's like a certain connection people have with, if you're on the A's, like honestly, even if Josh Harrison goes to another team next year, people are gonna love Josh Harrison just because whatever he did here. It's crazy.
Yeah, he brings a great energy to the team. I like Josh Harrison.
I mean, I think there's a good vibe to the team right now, and I mean they're in a good groove. I mean, Manaea goes out and gives you like not even 2 innings, right? And then Montas follows it up, and you're like, oh, Montas, he's going to get in trouble. And then he gives you 6 innings, right? And then Bassett gives you 6 innings. So it's like, they picked each other up. You know what I mean? So you can't get down on Manaea. It's like, oh my God, he's had 2 bad starts. But
dude,
it's like
the bullpen killed it that game. The bullpen was so good that game.
Yeah, look at that,
was
dude.
A great
And
win.
Birch Smith, everybody's been shitting on Birch Smith all year. Dude comes out, gives you 3 1/3 scoreless inning, one hit baseball, and like
1 hit, and that's
one hit. I mean, it's like, dude, you can't like make any sense out of stuff.
So what are you guys' expectations for this? Like, I'm thinking they got to make it to at least the ALCS. I know that's like really hard to do, but like this year, like if they lost in the ALDS, I don't think that would be a disappointment. It would be kind of been like, it's too bad. But I think they need to make it at least to the ALCS for this to be a successful season. You know, I think
it'll be a lot
that
easier.
Talented. They're that good. You know,
it'll be a lot easier to make it to the ALDS or CS if we win the division and don't play the wild card game.
Sure,
so
dude. That's a
I'm
whole
still
other
hoping.
thing,
Yeah. I think it's within our reach to take the division for sure.
It's a game and a half. I don't know if Houston played
game and a half.
Last I heard, it was a game and a half. Yeah,
game and a half. Yeah,
dude. Game
and both
and
both Red Sox and the Yankees lost, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I think last I saw, Yankees were down 7-4, so that's good, right? So
that was actually the Yankees hit a go ahead in the top of the ninth, and then the White Sox hit a walk off in the bottom of the ninth, Tim Anderson. So that was a great ninth inning for the Field of Dreams. Anyway, I think I agree. ALCS, that seems reasonable.
Well, dude, so we only got a couple minutes left. Do you guys want to drop the discount code, or we could keep going? I'm down to keep going.
Dude,
right? Or if you want to do the discount, because I'm seeing Zoom is telling me we got like a minute or two left. So
Yeah, so check it out. By the time you're hearing this, it's already going to be active and live. But when you go to lastdivebar.com, you use the code GOAP, right? And you get 10%. That's right. For our boy Alex Espinoza. Follow him on Twitter and YouTube and IG. But
Ricky Blog, you can follow us on Ricky Blog. Yep.
Exactly. And you get 10% off your order. Doesn't matter how much, how little, you get 10% off your order. GOAP. We're going to throw in a special GOAP a decal with that we're making specifically for Alex, right?
Oh yeah.
And then so anybody that uses that code will get that additional decal in your order. So
love it.
Yep. Yes, sir.
His podcast also on Spotify.
Oh yeah, Spotify, Apple, wherever you find your podcast.
It's good, dude. Best
what else you guys want to chop it up about? We're looking at like a minute. Or I can bring it back too. We can just start up another one. Do you guys want to start up another one or what? How you guys?
I got no life.
Yeah, I got nothing else to do.
No, we got dude. So we got a bunch of stuff in the pipeline and stuff. So we got stuff going on with Ray Fosse. Mm-hmm. So we got stuff going there. We have like 3 more pins that are going to be dropping soon. Yeah. So I got those in production.
No, we're back, dude. We're back. We're recording now. We're back on the pod. We got rid of that 40-minute Zoom limit. Zoom, we get the hell out of here. We're back.
Alex got his mic working now.
Oh yeah, I got my mic on. Oh yeah. This whole time my mic was way off to the side. And I was like, oh my God. I just recorded that 40 minutes. My mic wasn't even like around my face. Whatever. Amateur hour over here. Amateur hour,
Why is Alex whispering through the whole podcast?
Why is he so quiet? No, but no. What do you guys think about the new guys? I mean, do you feel like the new guys just like changed everything? Like Harrison, Gomes, Chafin is hilarious too. I feel like you guys need to make a Chafin shirt because his mustache is epic.
Just kick that around.
Yeah.
I talked about a couple ideas.
You guys,
man, it's crazy. Like the team's completely different, and it's like it seems like it's flowing perfectly right now. I think the bullpen's been the best bullpen in baseball for the last month or something like that. I was seeing a stat. Yeah, so it's like. It's crazy because they're like, oh my God, our bullpen's gonna be trash, and then it turns out they've been the best bullpen in baseball.
Last month, in the last 30 days, they lead the American League in ERA and stuff like that.
It's ridiculous, and then the starters lead all of baseball in innings pitched.
Wow.
So that's another crazy stat. Yeah. And so it's like, wait, dude, it's like, how are we doing this? And then like, yeah, and then so now you're starting to see like hitting and stuff like that. Like those games were scary. Those first couple games, like of the series before the 17-run explosion, but it's like but they won, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but we got a tough stretch coming up.
Do you guys feel like you would get the same reaction if you guys were making these t-shirts for another fan base, or do you feel like the A's fan, there's something special about A's fans that they really connect with the stuff you guys are making?
It's tough to answer. I mean, because I feel like A's fans are really knowledgeable people. I mean, you have to know about the minors. They have to know about players that get traded away. I mean, you have to know about so many players that have been on the team and then they're, somewhere else. And also we know all the stats and everything. So I think that because of that, because people pay such close attention and there's a huge following on Twitter, which is where we do most of our kind of networking and stuff. I think that there's definitely an awareness for all the little things and all the little jokes and all the little, Elvis Andrews smiles a lot, and so let's get that on a poster, like whatever. And so I think that it's hard to say if we would have the same, if we were doing this for another fan base, if it would be the same. I just feel like A's fans have a lot of heart, and I feel like because of that, they get what we make, and they're behind us. So
What about Starling Marte? I know he's no Ramon, but you guys got a little something for Marte or a little something in the books. I don't want to give away too many company secrets, but I'm sure you guys got something cooking, right?
Of course, dude. Of course.
There's a banner. We got a banner coming out. And maybe a shirt.
Yeah.
Something's always cooking.
I mean,
something's always cooking.
I saw Paul take you were saying something about a star. So but definitely.
Yeah, you said something earlier that I wrote down, like the shooting star, Sterling Marte. Yeah. There's something there.
There's something there, dude.
There's something
like
there.
The more you know, like something like
that.
That's
exactly what I was thinking. Like, look,
dude.
My little drawing. Is
this is how it starts, folks. This is how it starts. It starts on little napkins and notepads.
Let's just rebrand. Is that coming up? Baseball bullpen.
Dude, instead of last dive bar, best bullpen.
Yeah,
love it.
No, but I mean,
spacing is there. Yeah,
it's historical, like the creativeness of like A's fans, right? Like,
I think there's a DIY nature. There's a very DIY nature about A's fans, dude. I love it.
Like when we were doing the Handyland stuff, right next to the Handyland banner, there was a banner that said, ride the wave, go to jail.
Go to jail.
and like you don't get that from other fan bases. Other fan bases don't allow you to even bring that stuff.
That was back in the 80s.
Yeah. And then even before that, in the 70s.
Wait, in the 80s they said ride the wave?
That's no. In the 80s, there was
they said do the wave.
Do the wave, go to jail. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a banner right next to it that says do the wave, go to jail. And then right in that image, there's a security guard standing by the banner. It's like,
that's awesome.
Such an epic photo.
Yeah.
And I mean, you had Bad Boys clubs. I mean, you had the guys from Skyline High School that started the drums back in the 2000, right? So I mean, every like era's had their group. You had Crazy George back in the 70s who started the damn wave. So every group has had
the guys with the big bash arms. Remember?
Yeah,
dude. Yeah, I remember Brian. You were talking about making some of those or something like that, right?
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah, dude, those were nuts,
some,
right?
Like huge foam arms. Yeah.
And there was and Ricky had so many funny shirts and sayings. I remember as a kid that the branding was like ridiculous, and so they've always no pun intended, but walk to the beat of the sound or whatever that phrase is.
Their own drum, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So. But I mean, other fan bases like the Dodgers is ridiculous. Like they have like at least 30 bobbleheads that come out a month. They have hundreds of pins and hundreds of subgroups of fans, and there's this subculture of people that do exactly what we do. 7-line army with the Mets. I mean, they're damn near like a mini fanatics of the team, and they're all officially licensed. So, I mean, there's a lot of actually, teams that have people that do exactly what we do, but just in different ways, like there's a lot like Dodgers and Mets coming to my mind, like right off the bat.
Yeah, there's also some bigger companies that kind of do it for all teams, there's like some of these other big shirt companies just kind of see whatever the big moment is, and then they just crank out a shirt real fast.
Like Barstool's like that. Barstool just pumps out shirts like on the at the moment or whatever.
Roto-Wear, Breaking Tea, they all do that.
Breaking Tea, wear the moment. And then
and I like that slogan though. That's kind of what we do. Wear the moment,
Yeah, we just kind of like do it just for the A's though. So it's like, but our moments are like way more frequent. Like,
that's what I'm trying to do. Like, I love John Boy on YouTube, so I'm trying to just do John Boy just for the A's. Like A's breakdowns and stuff like that.
I like those little videos you post on Instagram.
Those are fun, dude.
The John Boy Instagram.
Yeah, that's fun, dude. Like, I don't know, stuff like that is fun, dude. So,
for sure.
Dude, yeah, no, it is. It definitely is, dude. That's what's cool about being an A's fan, and obviously when the new stadium, comes, you're gonna have that big influx of fans that come in and everything like that, and we'll embrace the ways of the past and everything like that. So it's gonna be cool to see, 35,000 seat facility packed all the time, and then the creativeness that's gonna come out of whatever group that's gonna lead the charge then,
Yeah,
for sure.
The next generation of drummers or pin collectors or bobblehead collectors or something like that, So, I mean, it's
trying to keep it going.
Super
just
fun.
kind of keep it going. Yeah. Well, all right. So last one for you guys. I know you kind of touched on it before, but like, what can A's fans expect from Last Dive Bar the next couple months of the season? Or do A's fans even know what to expect? Is it kind of
that's the thing?
Yeah, it's like you guys kind of react to whatever happens, right? Like
no, wintertime's coming up, so we got sweatshirts coming back, right? So
okay, hoodie season.
Yeah, a lot of people have been asking for hoodies. We got 3 pins coming out like that are in production. So we got some new pins coming out. We already have some new designs that are coming out, some new shirts and everything like that. And then we're going to be
a Last Dive Bar pin. A Last Dive Bar pin is coming.
That'd be sick. Yeah. I mean, Brian, about damn time. Damn.
I know.
I was slipping for a bit, but yeah. So thank God, Stash and Bash, shout out to them, East Bay Company. They've been helping me out with all the pins. So I literally bug the shit out of them about getting pins made and everything like that.
Well, they make some cool ones. I saw one of like a hot dog, like an A's hot dog or something. That was really cool, dude. That was really rad. Yeah.
So that's
I don't even collect pins. I got that pin.
So wait. So that's a whole different group. So this group right here
that's not Stash and Bash. That's somebody else.
So these pins right here.
The whole reason he came into this room.
These are hat collectors.
Uh-huh.
So all these pins right here, right? You're talking about this one. These are
yeah, that one's sick. Right, yeah, that one's really rad.
So
hot
these
dog
are
with an A's hat.
Yeah, these are hat collectors, and what they do is they basically put out a pin for their brand of their hat, right? So like there's this guy on Instagram called Oakland Fitteds. So like literally this is his pin.
Sick. So you guys are gonna do one for Last Dive Bar then, yeah?
Yeah, so I'm doing it.
We've already got a few pins.
Yeah, we got a few pins already. We got
the Wave, Hinduland.
Yeah, DC, Ride the Wave, what the fuck?
For sure.
Yep, but no, the one that Stash and Bash did that I love is this one right here. They did the Oakland Coliseum, the old Collie, in a Zenith TV with, what I mean? That one's badass. And they did the 3 big head racers and Ricky.
Oh yeah.
And then so there's our Hinduland pin right there.
Hell yeah.
And so and then we got
nice.
Yeah, Ride the Wave down there.
And that's the thing, like celebrating the history that's already happened and also living in the moment that's going on right now. I mean, there's always something.
Well, that's what's cool because like in 10 years from now, people are going to be like, oh,
whatever.
Yeah, because like 10 years from now, people are going to be like, oh, I remember that whole Ride the Wave thing in 2021. That was a fun team. It's like, hopefully they go on to win something.
Wait, where is it? There it is.
It's like that 2012 team is like special. Like the 2001 to 2002, those teams are special. Like I'm thinking 2021, they can do the same thing. And you guys would be part of that. That'd be sick, dude. That'd be really good.
There's all those teams right there. They made a lot of good pins for that group back then, like these Houston Street and Frank Thomas pins right here. They made a lot of good pins.
This is the greatest pin podcast of all time.
Yeah, G.O.A.P. or something like that. I don't know.
This is the last one they've actually done that's like a personalized pin was Shamanized no hitter.
That's crazy.
That's like the last one they've done. Yeah, the A's have been slacking on their macking with pins.
On everything. Hey, at least they got some first Fridays out there.
Yeah, can't wait to
I'm
get
sure
one
those
of
would cost a pretty penny.
Can't wait to get one of those for $30 on eBay.
Oh God.
No,
all right, guys. Well, hey, thank you guys so much. I know we went a little overtime. Always do. I could keep talking to the Last Sidebar forever, but no, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Little Sandlot. What's up, Little Sandlot?
He's pissed off. He wants to play cars.
Hey, also one last thing, Paul. How did you get your name 209 Tacos? Where does that come from, dude?
So I live in Stockton. Stockton is the 209.
Braden territory, Dallas Braden territory. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I did the tacos thing. I was playing an MMO back in the day, and I got early access. And I was trying to log in and create my character before I went to work, and I had just eaten some tacos.
You're like, this is the fastest thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, I know this name's there, so just get it in there and make your character. And while I was playing the stupid MMO, like the whole server knew me as tacos, so I just kept.
You're like, all right, I'm tacos now. I'm not tacos
now. I don't think I've ever told anybody that story.
No, I was wondering, how did you get 209 tacos? Does this guy really like tacos? Yeah.
You know what? So I'm in this fake baseball league, and everybody thinks that I like ate 209 tacos in one sitting or something.
It's my area code, dude.
Yeah.
No, you should. That's what you should start telling people. Like, oh, this one day I ate 209 tacos.
I have just embraced it actually, and I just accept it. If somebody just says that, it's like, yeah, that's exactly what happened. Let me go find the news article. It's somewhere out there. Go find it.
Awesome.
That makes perfect sense. Why?
Well, yeah. Well, you can follow Paul at 209 Tacos. You can follow Carl at A's Fan by Design. You can follow Brian at Sandlot 408. You can follow all of them at Last Dive Bar. Make sure to go check out their merch at lastdivebar.com. Everything goes to benefit the A's Community Fund, so it's going to a good cause. Thank you guys so much for the time. I appreciate it.
Wait. Whoa. Did we drop the?
We did while you were gone, bro. We dropped a promo while you were.
I was like,
while you're being a working man. This guy's on the Paul's on the clock.
Don't understand. Like the place was dead from like 5 to 8 o'clock, and then as soon as we started doing this, like I had a supervisor come in here, and I'm like, I'm not doing nothing.
I got to shut off my computer real quick.
I was like, I'm not doing nothing over here.
No, I'm on my lunch break. Yeah.
For the next 3 weeks, man, you use G.O.A.P at checkout. You'll get 10% off your order, and you'll get a Alex Espinoza exclusive.
Woo!
Exclusive.
G.O.A.P.
You have to use that code to get that sticker.
Absolutely, baby.
Yep. All right. That's gonna be up and running.
Okay, Last Dive Bar, baby. We're getting the promos, baby. Let's go.
That's right. Thanks, Alex.
Yes,
sir.
All
right. Well, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for the time. That was really fun.
Of course. Thanks.